Okay, hey guys, I'm back with part 2 for book haul for September, and I'm just going to finish the list of books that I am going to read in the future. So yeah, let's wrap it up here. Perfect by Ellen Hopkins. If you're not familiar with Ellen Hopkins, she writes books basically on like teenagers are the main characters, and they go through all kinds of things like sex, drugs, relationships. It's almost kind of like maybe not as graphic or hardcore because Ellen Hopkins doesn't sugarcoat anything. She doesn't hold anything back. She really goes all out in these books. When she's writing them, I mean, she really puts in raw material. Which is she's a few people have complained against her books because they say they're too graphic, but I disagree. I think an author who doesn't sugarcoat anything, who really tells it how it is, that's really awesome. But I was gonna say these books are kind of like Degrassi, basically, in the sense that it's like teenagers going through problems, which is pretty similar to these books. And all of her books are, I mean, the storylines aren't similar, but they're all similar in the fact that the teenagers are the main characters and they're going through problems. So yeah, so this is Perfect by Ellen Hopkins. Tilt by Ellen Hopkins. Again, basically the same thing. Teenagers going through problems. Let's see here. This book has If There Be Thorns and Seeds of Yesterday, which are the third and fourth books in the Flowers in the Attic series now. But if you're not familiar with the series, then it's pretty good, but it's very dark and depressing, and it's got some controversial things in it. So if you see this video and you think about checking out the Flowers in the Attic series, just be careful, because it does have a controversial subject in the book. I won't say, but yeah, and it's really dark. It's definitely not a happy book. It's not a lighthearted book. So if you're looking for a lighthearted, happy book, this is not the book for you. But like I said, this is two books. This is If There Be Thorns and Seeds of Yesterday, third and fourth books, and there's 5 books in the series. And speaking of the series, this is Garden of Shadows by V.C. Andrews, and this is the 5th book in the series, which is like a prequel. So, yeah. Heard some mixed reviews about it, but I'm still looking forward to reading it. So, yeah. We got The Death Cure by James Dashner, which is the 3rd book in the Maze Runner series. Honestly, I'm probably not going to read this anytime soon, just because I've read the 1st, 2nd book. I don't like where the story's going, and quite frankly, I'm really starting to dislike the main character in the book. I think he's a self-righteous asshole. I think he's turning into one, so, yeah, I don't know if I'll finish this. I don't know if I'll finish the series or not. I probably will eventually, but I just don't really like where the story's going. Starting to not like the main protagonist, which isn't really a good thing. We got Dance with Dragons, which is the 5th book in the Game of Thrones series, or Song of Ice and Fire series. Currently reading the 4th book, and I will read this one afterwards, but I'm probably going to take a break once I finish the 4th book, because these books are pretty thick, and they take me a while to get through. I think like the 1st book took me like 2 weeks, the 2nd book a month, and then the 3rd book, like, it took me 2 or 3 months. But yeah, the 3rd book was pretty long, the 4th book is considerably shorter, but yeah. 5th book, I'll read this one eventually, but like I said, I'm probably going to take a break once I finish Feast for Crows. Freaks and Rejects, which is the 2nd book in the Dancing Jacks trilogy. Really good trilogy. Dancing Jacks was a great book, and I'm excited to read Freaks and Rejects as well. Very underrated trilogy. It doesn't really have a lot of recognition at all. Like, it only has like 4 or 5 reviews on Amazon, the American version anyway. Really good trilogy. So I mean, if you're on Amazon, you happen to come across Dancing Jacks, definitely order it and give it a try, because it really is a good book, and really a good trilogy. I mean, I haven't read this one. I haven't read this one yet, but I heard it's just as good. So yeah, really good trilogy, really good story, pretty scary. Last 2 books here. Intensity by Dean Koontz. I hear this is one of his best. At least that's what I hear from a lot of YouTubers that do their Dean Koontz book collections. Yeah, it's got a lot of good reviews. It's got like 4.5 stars on Amazon, and most most of Dean Koontz's books on Amazon have like 4 stars or like 3.5 stars. I mean, there are a handful of his books that have like 4.5 stars. I know Watchers has almost 5 stars. I don't have that one, but I want to read that one as well. But yeah, Intensity by Dean Koontz. Really excited to read this one. Basically, it's about if you've ever heard of Gerald's Game by Stephen King, it's kind of like this, except I think this is more fast-paced and has more action in it. It's about this woman named China, and there's this like serial killer or a psycho murderer or something, and he's trying to kill her or something. I don't know what it's about, but I know it's somewhere along that synopsis. But yeah, really excited to read this one. Heard it's a really good book. And last but not least, got this huge hardback, 4 Past Midnight by Stephen King. Another book of short stories. This one has 4 short stories as well. This one has The Langoliers. And I've seen the TV series for The Langoliers. I enjoyed it. I know some people didn't, but I did. Got a picture of the king himself on the back. Yeah, it has The Langoliers. I can't remember what other stories there are in here. Let me see. Check. I know there's 4. I can't remember all 4 of the stories in here. Let's see. Yeah, it has The Langoliers. Let's see. Can't find it on the front pages here, but oh well. But yeah, haven't read that one yet, but I'm looking forward to reading that one as well. So yeah, that's my book haul for September. Like I said, I think I'll start doing one of these every month just to kind of get you, catch you guys up to speed on what I'm reading and what I've yet to read next. So you might see some of these same books in the next video that I do for a book haul. And I might have some of my other books that I'll show you guys that I've yet to read, but that want to read. So yeah, that's basically it, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.